And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video or today's live stream, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Well, it looks like we've got signing number 2, of course, on deadline day. That, of course, is in the title, Nadim Bajrami, as of course he is signing from Sassuolo. I made a video literally an hour ago stating that, of course, that we were close to getting the deal done, but we have kind of got confirmation now from Fabrizio Romano that the deal is done and will be announced imminently as the Rangers midfield. Rangers do get their man in terms of the midfielder. Moments ago, though, Rangers did announce, of course, that Todd Cantwell has left the football club. Todd Cantwell has obviously headed on to Blackburn Rovers. It's been in the offing for a few days now, but basically all they stated was Rangers can confirm Todd Cantwell has joined Blackburn Rovers for an undisclosed fee, subject to international clearance. Everyone at Rangers wishes Todd well for the future. So that's all they've said about Todd Cantwell. He's gone now. Of course, I think everybody kind of knew that was going to be happening. £600,000. Just my last bit on Todd Cantwell, and we're probably not going to speak about the guy again. The boy had so much talent, talent in abundance, and ultimately could have probably went to the highest level if he really wanted to. I think what he lacks is he has a weakness in mentality. I think he's a player that can't handle playing at a big club, hence why he never really made that step from Norwich at the time where he was in the Premier League. I think Liverpool and Aston Villa wanted him, but his attitude just ultimately stunk. And even when they got to Norwich, you know, boyhood player, their star boy, they even had to cut ties with him because it was getting a bit too toxic. And then, of course, Todd, when he come to Rangers, we felt that, you know, he was that breath of fresh air under Michael Beale and did make a bit of an impact when the pressure was off Rangers. But ultimately, when it was asked of him to get nitty-gritty, down with it, he just couldn't do it and just lacked the mentality to be a Rangers footballer. And people talk about serial deaths and stuff like that. That's the kind of mentality you want at the football club. I'm not necessarily saying with the talent, but Todd Cantwell has the talent, just doesn't have the mentality, has a stinking attitude, and ultimately that's why he's playing at Blackburn and not playing at the top of the Premier League, for instance, as to where he was destined to go. Maybe only 2 or 3 years ago, I think Liverpool were in for him for about 40 million quid. So football's one of those sports, but talent in abundance, as we seen when he was at Rangers. A very, very good player, could easily been our best player on the day at times, but attitude just absolutely stinking, and ultimately he's going to be playing it for Blackburn. I think mid-table championship side. So again, I don't want to be disrespectful to Blackburn. They've done absolutely nothing wrong. It's more on a Todd Cantwell point of view that if he stuck his head down, he probably would have been playing at the higher level, and even a higher level than Rangers. But ultimately, that's his career, and Rangers was his peak, and we've seen it so many times over the years. Players hitting their peak of going to the biggest move, and then honestly from there they just fade out. I can see it now: Blackburn, Wigan, and then down into League One somewhere, and that would be him for his career. So that's all I've got to say on Todd Cantwell, guys. That's confirmed. He's out of the door. But let's talk about his replacement, of course, though. As stated not too long ago, I did state that he was on his way. Of course, had forced Sassuolo to accept a bid for him. And we started to get confirmation from Sky Italia that, of course, he was going to be making that move. Guys, if you are just tuning in, please do hit the like button and get your thoughts down there in the comment section below, or the live chat below, and do subscribe. As I said, if you're watching this on a replay as well, do hit the like button. But as stated, guys, we already know that, of course, Nadim Bajrami was a player that we were linked to a couple of days ago. It did seem to go a bit cold on that front. However, we started to pick confirmation up today from Sky Italia and from Italian journalists, and even the club's president, that came out and stated that we were going to be doing a move for him. And then, of course, they have forced to accept the move. He is going to be joining Rangers for €4 million. A moment ago, Fabrizio Romano basically here we go there and stated that the deal is done. Everything has been agreed, and ultimately we're just waiting for our side now, which is, of course, the unveilment, which will be super fast tracked because it is deadline day. So Fabrizio Romano, of course, has announced basically that we've signed it. The deal is done on that front. And ultimately, yeah, that's it now in terms of that. We'll have to wait and see in terms of, or you play bingo really, when he's going to be announced as a Rangers player. But ultimately, I probably do expect it to be over the next sort of hour and a half. So yeah, you can say we're a little bit early, but yeah, Fabrizio Romano confirmed that everything has been agreed and completed, and the fee is of €4 million. So us scouring the back of the sofa for these pennies, we've ultimately stumbled across £4 million, which I suppose is a good thing. Ultimately been shopping in the bargain bucket for most of the time, but the fact that we spent €4 million on this player, the fact that we spent a bit of money on him, I think, if you actually look at it, Todd Cantwell 600k, 300k for Scott Wright just today, so nearly £1 million in transfers there, a bit of money saved there, and then we've probably had £3 million or £2 million on the burner somewhere, and then ultimately that's how we've managed to get that sort of transfer in. But as everybody's saying, it's a Todd Cantwell replacement. But certainly looks like a good player. I will do my research into the player more over the next coming days, but we'll certainly get a feel for what he's all about. And hopefully it's none of this nonsense of him going to IKEA next week. Let's hope he's ready to go. He's had a pre-season with his team. He's been playing games already this season. Ultimately, he needs to go into the starting 11 come Sunday. I don't want none of this bullshit about, settling into Glasgow. He's got the international break for that. He can go straight into the team on Sunday, play a match, or at least make an impact off of the bench. I'm sick of Rangers signing players and they're not ready for about 4 to 5 weeks. And you're like, where the heck are they? What the fuck they've been doing all summer? So ultimately, I want him to be playing a part on Sunday. He can move in his house. He can stay in the Hilton for a night or something like that. Get ready for the game. Train with the team tomorrow. Get ready for the match. Maybe make an impact off with the bench. And then ultimately after that, in the international break, he's got ages to go and move his house and go to IKEA, and Robin Proper can give him some help with the shopping list out there anyway. So that's it. In terms of anyone else I think we're going to sign, there's a few murmurs of potential players that are coming up through the door at this moment in time, but nothing concrete from the good sources. To be fair, I don't really see anyone in terms of good sources stating that we've signed anyone. But he's on a 4-year contract, this boy from Sassuolo, and of course Fabrizio Romano has indeed confirmed that one. We'll have to wait and see. Maybe over the next hour and a half we'll find out if there's another player that we're going to be signing. But ultimately we've got 2 players in through the door, a defender and a midfielder. I think a lot of us want maybe a winger as well. Let's see what Rangers have got up their sleeves. But 2 signings have been confirmed, of course, and Nadim Bajrami is the second one and will be Todd Cantwell's replacement. Let's hope he's ready to go for that game on Sunday. Thank you guys. Look after yourselves. Take care. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We are the people, and I'll see you all later.